Lacey, how you doing? Thank you so much for including your work. In this week's course announcement, I had recommended that students, or requested, I should say, that students include their magazine ad along with their banner ad so that we can check successful adaptation. But I don't see the magazine ad. Gosh, I'm so surprised at how many students missed that. It's right in the course announcements. Maybe if you have a second, you can give me some advice on where I can place that so students can see. But since so many students missed that request. So again, maybe you can give me a suggestion as to what I can do to make students understand that, or where I can put it, maybe where it's more visible. It's just that an overwhelming amount of students didn't include their magazine ad. So at any rate, let's go ahead and take a look at the banner. So you're showing proficiency. You're showing proficiency in placement of the logo, placement of the background image, and animating text, and that's fantastic. But there are some issues with the ad, specifically pointing to the requirements. So I see the masked image is not included here. That's required. I also see that there is no location here. I would include the location. Let's start with the masked image. Remember the masked image from assignment 2-1. That needs to be placed in this banner ad somewhere. You don't have to include the entire contact information. However, including the location is really smart, being that it's located in the Caribbean, which many consider to be the most beautiful waters on Earth. So you definitely want to use that to reinforce your branding associated with Amethyst Bay. Something like located in U.S. Virgin Islands or located in beautiful U.S. Virgin Islands or something like that. That's just fine. Right now we're really super out of balance because all of the text and the logo is on the left-hand side, and so if this ad it looks like it could tip going this way, simply because it's just out of balance. Seeing that all of the text is towards the left-hand side of the composition. We can rectify that relatively easily by redistributing some visual weight. My first recommendation would be to use the purple background. I can show you which one I'm talking about because I happen to have it up. This one right here. I would use that logo right there, and I would place it right here. Just to reinforce the exit strategy, might as well reinforce the logo in the area where the viewer is most likely to exit the page. So placing the logo right here, I think, will reinforce your branding attempts. It's going to open up this side of the area. It's also going to redistribute some visual weight, rebalancing the ad. At that point, what I would say is take your Tropical Getaway, 50% off all packages, limited time only, act now. What I would do is I would take that, let me see, how do we want to do this? So one of the requirements is only animating the promotional offer, okay? So Tropical Getaway, 50% off all packages. Here's what I would do. I would take that headline right there, Tropical Getaway. First of all, I would indent it a little bit more, right about here or so. So you have Tropical Getaway, then say limited time, how does that read? Limited time, act now. Okay, that's the headline and the subhead. Headline should be in Arial bold. Subhead should be Arial bold italic. Left align both of those. Then again, left aligned right underneath that, say 50% off all packages and only animate that. Okay, start it out at about 20%, bring it to 100%. Pull it back to about 20. Don't ever let it disappear completely because you don't want the viewer to look at that and not see anything there. They'll look away and not understand what the promotion is. So you don't ever want it to completely disappear, but start it at 20, bring it up to about 100, then bring it back to 20, and then continue, repeat that loop, right? So again, in summary, here's what we have. We have headline, Tropical Getaway. We have subhead, limited time only, act now in Arial bold italic. Then we have 50% off all packages. That's going to be animated. Logo right over here. Include the location somewhere, and don't forget that masked image from assignment 2-1. Additionally, I want to draw your attention to the requirements for this particular discussion board right here. Post your web banner, include, explain your design process, including the changes that you had to make both technically and conceptually when moving the print to the banner ad. So you want to describe that. That's part of the grade, so I don't want you to miss that. All right, Lacey, fantastic. If you go ahead and make those changes, I'd like to see those changes reflected in your final submission coming up very quickly next week in week 7. That's when the final is due. So go ahead and make those changes. If you want to make those changes and resubmit here, please include your magazine ad, and I'll be glad to make additional comments prior to your final submission. And you can just go ahead and repost right to this form. I'll see it, right? Okay, cool, Lacey. Thank you very much. At this point, I think the most important thing that you can do at this point right now is get with me if you have any questions or if I can clarify anything that I've said in the last 5 minutes. Okay, Lacey? Fantastic. Thank you very much.